Thank you for coming back to Red Pill Game Reviews. My name is Eincrow, as usual. What I want to talk about today is something that cuts to the very core of what I do here at Red Pill Game Reviews, and of course, that's the meaning of the Red Pill. I use it as my brand name, I use it as my logo, so it's something that's very important to what gets done here at this channel. Now, you, the viewer, needs to have an understanding of what that means and what the Red Pill perspective is, because I say that I'm reviewing games from the Red Pill perspective. Now, of course, I didn't come up with the Red Pill. It's a reference to The Matrix, which has Neo choosing between the Red Pill and the Blue Pill. The Blue Pill will allow him to go back into his slumber and continue to believe the lies about reality, or he could take the Red Pill and believe the truth and understand what is really going on in his world. So obviously, when I say Red Pill, or when other people say Red Pill, we're not saying that you take a pill and then you will learn that you're actually a battery for some machines. That's not what is meant. It's meant metaphorically, and a metaphor intrinsically requires interpretation, right? So there are multiple interpretations of this possible. The most common interpretation I find is that the Red Pill is simply the truth. You learn the truth about that you're a battery, and that is pretty much the end of it. It's the truth. Well, I think this has at least two major problems. The first thing is that you have the Red Pill, you have the Blue Pill. These are obviously different pills, different effects. So you've got people on the Red Pill side that will claim what we are promoting is the truth. What we are claiming is the truth. And you Blue Pill people out there, you can't handle the truth, basically. Well, the problem with this view is that Blue Pill people, they aren't going around believing that they decided they were going to take the easy road out and just believe a lie. They aren't intentionally believing lies. What they claim is the truth, right? They don't say, oh, I can't handle that, I'm just going to believe something else instead of the truth. No, they believe what they believe because they think it really is an accurate description of reality. So you take these two real-world situations where you have the Red Pill person saying, I've got the truth, you don't, and you got the Blue Pill person saying, I've got the truth, you don't, and you take and superimpose the Red Pill and the Blue Pill on that. They're actually both just saying the same thing from this viewpoint as the Red Pill has truth. They're both saying that they have claims on knowing the real nature of reality. So there's actually no difference between the Red Pill and the Blue Pill. But you can say that the Red Pill really does have the truth. The Blue Pill really does have the fake view of reality. They just think that it's true. I mean, that's how it works. People who are jacked into the Matrix think it's true. Well, the thing is, though, in real life, we're not aware of something beyond this reality that we have. We aren't aware of that world where we're just batteries. All that we have to go on is what we can observe and what we can deduce from looking at reality. We don't have access to some higher plane that the Blue Pill person doesn't have access to. So we can't be like that and say, well, we're just true, they're false, because we're both essentially claiming to have truth, and neither of us has any justification to just stomp on the other and say, well, you're jacked into some matrix that's feeding you lies. We, as Red Pill people, we can't say that. That's just BS. We are on the same playing field as they are, and so our claim to truth is exactly as equal as the Blue Pill claim to truth. And as I've said, that would mean that there is no difference between the Red Pill and the Blue Pill with this understanding of this metaphor. Now, another problem that I find with believing that the Red Pill is the truth itself is, just listen to that sentence. The Red Pill is the truth. It's not the Red Pill is a truth. We're not using the indefinite article. We're using the definite article, meaning that what we are referring to is defined. And let's just define what truth is real quick. The truth is that description of reality that is accurate. It describes reality as it actually is. And what's important to realize about this is that the truth is what's true at the expense of all other competing descriptions of reality. If we accept 2 + 2 = 4 is true, then we cannot accept that 2 + 2 = 6. And if someone says to another person, 2 + 2 = 4, then what they are also saying to that person is, if you believe that 2 + 2 = 7, if you believe 2 plus 2 equals 259, then you are wrong. That is a logical necessity for claiming something is the truth. So let's bring this back to the red pill. It would mean that red pill refers to a defined set of beliefs, specific, exact beliefs that you have to believe in, and you have to believe in every single one if you want to be able to say, yes, I'm a red pill person. So for those of you who have been in the red pill circles for a while, does that sound like the red pill community to you? Is there just one rigid set of beliefs that everybody has to believe, or you get cast out? Or is it actually that there's a wealth of different beliefs and different interpretations and different viewpoints and worldviews? Yes, I think that's what the red pill community is. It's not just one dogmatic set of beliefs that you have to believe in. So red pill couldn't possibly refer to the truth, since you have different claims from different people who reside within this red pill space. So I don't think that the red pill can refer to the truth. But what I think we can do to make sense of the red pill in a real-world context as a metaphor is to go back to the source of that metaphor, the Matrix. Now, I think you all know the story of the red pill and the blue pill. Morpheus gives Neo the choice of taking the blue pill or the red pill. Now, what if you remove that choice from the story and, let's say, Morpheus just shoved the red pill down Neo's throat? Would that make a huge amount of difference to you? What you think of between the red pill and the blue pill? Is there even a point to having the blue pill in that type of scenario where someone just is given the red pill by force and they don't have the choice between the two? I think it would be very different, and that's where I focus in on for understanding what red pill means. It's that choice, it's that decision that can be made by a person as to basically how far they want to go to get the truth. If you take the blue pill, you're going to believe in a truth. You are definitely going to believe in a truth, and you're going to be claiming that that truth is correct. But it's actually false when it comes to accurately describing reality. And that is, to me, what the red pill is about. How far are you willing to go to understand reality as it actually is? Not to just believe in some truth. You're always going to have some truth to believe in, but to believe in that truth, that one truth that is an accurate description of reality. And how much pain and suffering and mental anguish are you willing to endure in your pursuit of that? The red pill comes with its costs, certainly, to believing the terrible reality that people are just batteries. And for Neo, that meant becoming a warrior in this fight. So there were significant costs to Neo for taking that red pill, and for anyone else who had taken the red pill. That, I think, is directly relatable to reality. How much are you willing to endure in your pursuit of truth? And for many people, that is very, very little. They are not willing to undergo any social discomfort, any social disqualification in their pursuit in accurately understanding reality and coming to correct conclusions about how things really work. Many people want to believe in things that are socially acceptable. They want to believe in those things that will cost them nothing, but it's very difficult to get at truth in that way. We just look at the past and look at all the things that people comfortably believed in the past that were completely false. And for me, this is what the red pill is about. It's not about the truth. We can't know if it's the truth. But we can certainly be willing to go the distance when it comes to finding the truth. We can be willing to sacrifice more when it comes to finding the truth. We can undergo that social discomfort when it comes to finding the truth. We might not ever get there, but we can certainly be sure that we have a better chance of getting closer to what the truth is. And this understanding of the red pill allows for that diversity of viewpoints that we so value in the red pill community, because it allows us to expand our minds, to change our minds. We don't have to be stuck in what we claim is the truth and then be completely unable to change our minds because we think we're red pill and we've got the truth. I think an essential quality of any truth seeker is his ability to admit that he got things wrong. And for sure, that's not a nice feeling. But you see how this plays back into my conception of the red pill. It doesn't feel good to admit you were wrong, but of course, if you're going to pursue truth, you're going to get things wrong, and you got to be willing to admit it when that happens. So to close this out, I think it's very important to say that even though I brand myself as Red Pill Game Reviews, and I use the Red Pill logo, I do not make any claims as to what is red pill and what is blue pill. at all, ever. You will never hear me say this is red pill, and if you call yourself a red pill person, you better believe this. That will never happen. And likewise, if anyone says to me, you gotta change your mind and believe this, otherwise you're not red pill, that won't cause me to change my mind at all. I will change my mind based upon properly argued rational cases, but simply appealing to the red pill is something that will never work on me, and it is something that I will never do to you in an attempt to get you to change your minds about something. I'm here for the same reason that a lot of people who get into making gaming commentary, gaming reviews, or whatever the case may be are. I'm here because I want to share with the world my views on things, my opinions, etc. So if you understand Red Pill Game Reviews to be the kind of videos that Aincro wants to make about gaming, then you will understand exactly what it is that I'm doing here. I'm not here to define specifically what viewpoints are red pill, and I'm not here to argue even about what viewpoints are red pill. This is the kind of gaming content that is true to my heart, and if I can do something to help defend my gaming hobby against the feminist destroyers of gaming, then I'm glad to do that too. So that's all I wanted to say in this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.